Hi guys, this is Namcraft and welcome to the Starcraft English commentary. This is gonna be another one of those handpicked game guaranteed to be awesome, exploding kind of encounters between Rush and Stork. It's gonna be the names of the contestant today. This game is, once again, like I mentioned, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be great. So just grab a seat and eat some popcorn and just shut up your girlfriend or wife in her room. And the kids as well, just make sure they do not disturb you in this amazing StarCraft experience. And like usual, because this is a guaranteed to be awesome game, if you're one of my supporters in the last 30 days, you will have access to this game a little bit earlier than the others. Ivan and Matt, that is your names, right? So you guys are gonna have a chance to watch this game a little bit earlier. Either this video directly or through a private playlist that you can have access to. Anyhow, yeah, so if you're not yet supporting me, you can find ways to support me mentioned in the video description. $2, $3, $5 work, any amounts work. Let's dive right into this game. So once again, this game is going to be Stork versus Rush, and the map is Kickback. Very nice new maps here. And this map, we've seen some nice games in KCM playoffs the other day. Of course, that is going to be Protoss versus Zelle. This is Protoss versus Terran, a different kind of matchup, but we shall see how it enrolls because each of the players have access to 3 bases right early on. So I think for Terran it should be nice, or it should be very nice to have the encounter on this map. So anyways, I'm just gonna quickly give you the map photo. This is what it looks like, and you can also have a smaller photo on the right side of the of the big photo. It looks like Stork has found Rush. Rush is located HD top right corner of the screen. In the green color, Stork is located HD bottom right. In the yellow color, very nice early scout for Stork is paid out for him. Let me just quickly give you the map stats. I recently updated the map stats for this season of ASL season 18. For Terran player, these are the map stats as you can see. For Kickback, it's 45.3% win rate for Terran. So this is the second most imbalanced map for Terran. It's kind of really bad here. It's not as bad as Dominator, but it's still quite bad. Anyways, that SCV is very close to dying. Looks like Stork's gonna try very hard to catch it, but not able to do so. And today, in terms of the ELO ranking, let me just quickly show it to you. So Stork, good news, is going to be in the top 10. Here we see he is up there. 10, 9, 8, 7. He's at number 7, and Rush is not anywhere to be seen because he is kind of out there. You can see, okay, maybe you cannot see this ELO score a little bit correctly. Just gonna quickly move it to the other side for you guys, so you can have a better look here. Just give me a second. Yep, there you go. Yeah, so Rush is 1244 and Stork is 1337. So Stork, of course, is gonna be doing a little bit better. But look at what is happening right now. A small Zealot is gonna get trapped, and that Zealot and a squad as a probe, scouting probe died there. So a little bit unfortunate for Stork, especially when he was able to scout his opponent very early, but not able to inflict the kind of damage that he wants to have. And looks like Rush is gonna expand towards one of his inner bases at the 1230 position. So the game is gonna progress from there. But let me take this opportunity to actually return to talk to you a little bit more about the stats. So like I told you, ELO score for Stork is slightly better to Rush, better than Rush, excuse me. I also want to show you the win rates of the last 30 days. So Rush against Protoss is gone. He's got 38% win rate only out of 52 games, and Stork has got a 71% win rate out of 14 games. Very nice for Stork. Let's see if he's gonna have a chance to win, but looks like he's kind of out in the open with his Dragoon, while this Vulture walked right past every goddamn thing. No, looks like the Vulture returns. The problem is that Stork did not reveal his Dragoon so early, so the Vulture was thinking that that Dragoon was not there, but in fact the Dragoon was already there, and now the Vulture would not have a chance to go back. Anyways, both players gonna try to gear up for the mid game here. Dinotos, my favorite kind of player. Let's hope that he's gonna be having a nice encounter. But of course, Rush is gonna be one of those player that we're gonna be looking out for in the next season of ASL as well. And as you can see, his nick in the game is JSU_RushTube. He's not made it Rush ASL season 18 champ yet. He always does that. Every season he's gonna just call himself the champion. Although he's never been a champion, right? I don't think. Has he ever? No, I don't think he's ever won a championship of ASL. Yeah, anyways, looks like both of the players gonna be saturating the bases. So That's very good. This Vulture is still looking for some kind of openings, but kind of slow reaction from Rush, and he's pushed back. That Vulture has not laid a single mine just yet. More Vultures going to be coming out as well as a tank, so we're going to be having some mine in the frontier, and Stork is gonna maybe hear the sound ticking. He's going to be having a second factory comes down. Looks like Stork is going to be going for ops first. This is a rather safe build. I would say. Oh my God, Stork, what are you doing? Losing some Dragoon, but now he's going to be able to attack the bunker. He's got 3 Dragoons. What if the Dragoon is damaged? The tank is going to try to look for it, but at last minute, Stork's going to pull back. Yeah, so he's gone for ops first, Stork. This is going to be a little bit dangerous, but looks like, you know, on this map, you will have 3 bases to work with, and both of those 2 bases, 2 out of the 3 bases are going to be on high ground. So even if Terran push hard with double factory, he's gonna not have a chance to fight effectively, because, you know, in terms of defense, you are going to be on the high ground as a Protoss player. But I don't know, I've never seen any kind of encounters on this map, so I don't know. Anyways, looks like turret's gonna get created here a little bit by Rush, and that is unfortunate because he doesn't need to have those turrets right now. Looks like Stork's gonna take 3 bases. So yeah, Stork, you know, if you look at his APM, once again, not very high, 300 APM only. Rush is only 360, but still, Stork is one of those players who actually don't need to have high APM to actually win games. He's very good with, you know, prioritizing, you know, his queues and making sure he's doing the right thing, as opposed to just doing random, you know, crazy things, just like, you know, Mini and other players. Anyways, we're gonna be having Robo support bay now. So after the ops is out, he's gonna put down a Robo, and the Observer has gonna arrive at Rush's base, and Rush is gonna say, you know, oh my God, I built turrets too early, but that is gonna be fine. He's just gearing up for some defense. Looks like the turrets actually cover every single thing here, so the Observer is not able to get inside. He need to maybe circle around towards the expansion, and then he might need to sneak another ops out on the right corridor, so he can go all the way inside of Rush's main, because usually, you know, Protoss want to make sure that there's no crazy shenanigans like, I don't know, 5 barracks built or something like that. In this case, it's not going to be that crazy stuff. Okay, looks like these bases, do they have very few mineral patches? It looks to be like their number of minerals on those bases, very few. I don't know, I might be mistaken. So let's see how that is going to progress. 3 factory, now coming up to 5 factories from Russia's got a lot of tanks. This is one of those builds that Flash has shown to us in some of his games on ladder-net games. He just makes like 1,000,000 tanks, because you know, he's not moving out. So he actually doesn't need to have, you know, vultures and stuff like that. So just make a lot of tanks, and then you can kind of move out with vultures a little bit later and produce the vultures and try to catch up with your tank, you know, battalion later. Now we're gonna be having a small engagement. 6-7 tanks is no joke, man. Without Reaver support, it's gonna be hard. Looks like Stork is getting up there to kind of defend. He's gonna be the whole team. Dragoons attacking. Looks like tanks are completely not supported with anything. The Dragoons are gonna back up, but now gonna be having the Shadow and the Reaver, so those tanks are gonna be completely naked. Looks like we're gonna have an Observer trailing everything. The Shadow is here. He needs to siege, I think, Rush at some point. He's not sieging. He's gonna try to pull back, but looks like the Reaver is gonna be coming here. We're gonna be having vultures running mines on the left side, but this is gonna be a beautiful shot, attacking several units here. One more mine exploding is kind of good. We're gonna be having vultures run behind the tank. Is completely naked and not even supported with anything. The Reaver is doing so many good shots, but we still have 3 tanks remaining, and we're gonna be having 3 more Dragoons on the back. So these tanks are gonna back up. Are they gonna siege? I don't know. Dragoon's gonna start to move forward. The tanks are unsieging. That's a mistake here, because now Dragoon's gonna be able to chase those tanks, and one tank down right away. 2 tanks down right away. Where's the Reaver? There's a Reaver in the back now. 3 tanks down. I think that Reaver with a Shadow with speed is gonna be able to do some damage here. We're at the 9-minute mark of the game. Stork has got 74 supply and Rush got 65. The game is very close, but I feel like Rush has lost his, you know, his momentum. He's lost so many tanks at this early stage of the game. He actually cannot afford to lose that many tanks. But now Stork's gonna go up with a lot of forces anyhow. Rush can still go and attack on the base. He's gonna be fine with just attacking on the base, but unless Stork is gonna try to stop it with a Shadow and speed. He's gonna start to move over, and he's gonna be looking for some places to harass. He doesn't find any places. He's looking. Like this Observer is nicely placed. He's gonna trail those tanks, and once again, those tanks are gonna be coming out. No upgrade so far from Rush. double Reaver is gonna control the right corridor, but looks like Rush is gonna take the middle corridor here, and you know he's gonna reinforce from the back with a lot of vultures. He needs to actually make some turrets. I'm not so sure on this map you can make turrets, because actually, okay, I guess you can make turrets, so that's fine. Yeah, look at how many riches the natural barricade is there that kind of really help the Terran army in terms of, you know, just defensive positions here. And he's even got a lot of mines in the front as well. So Stork is not able to actually free move out with him having Shadow with 4 Zealot and the Shadow with a Reaver. It looks like the Goliaths and the turrets are not yet finished creating. We're going to be having Reaver from the back. He's going to try to take a couple of shots at the tank. One tank dies right away. That's not going to be very nice. Got to be super careful because there's a mine. He kills the turret, which is not so bad. Looks like these tanks are sieging up nicely and started to move more and more forward towards Stork's bases, and Stork's going to be very careful. Rush is, of course, completely tense here. He's going to try to attack. Looks like Stork comes in with some Zealot bombing from the sky. He clears some Dragoons. Going to be to clear everything or not. Looks like Reaver is not actually involved in the battle. The Dragoon's going to try to attack and take out the last of the tank, and he will fall back. He will destroy the turret as well. Just going to be completely, you know, be safe here. In these, you know, natural buildings is kind of really be very annoying. The tanks are going to start forward. He's going to be having more units coming from the gateway. It looks like Stork is kind of short on Zealot now. He's got to hold back. He's got another Reaver that comes out. He's made primarily Dragoons, and the Observer is completely nicely placed. So amazing Observer placement, not even getting sniped by the turret. Doing these kind of games, you know, we often see that one of the players just completely forget about his Observer and lose it needlessly, but I guess now the Observer is gonna die. That's fine. Looks like Stork's gonna be waiting on both sides of the map. Remember, you have those two bases on the high ground, so he can actually, you know, fly from the either the right side or the left side, and that's gonna be a nice way for him to actually go for some kind of, you know, Zealot bombing him. But looks like this base is gonna get destroyed. Looks like Stork is going for a counter attack. What the heck is this, man? He leaves his base and he let his enemy go on with the siege here. We're going to be having some mines getting placed by Rush. We have some turrets covering the first area. Zealot's going to land here. That's going to be a Dragoon, not Zealot. The Reaver's going to take some shot. He would need to destroy the turret. The turret is going to get up. No, the turret get destroyed. So SCV is going to run towards the other base. It looks like Stork picks up one of his Reaver to go there and do some more shots. It looks like on the other side of the map, Rush is advancing furiously. The tank is going to start to attack it. The Reaver's going to do some shot, and that's almost a death, but it's not almost a death. At last one, it's going to be to clear out the turrets. It's going to destroy that SCV, making the turret. He does clear out a lot of stuff. Tank's going to go on the high ground. The Shadow is almost dead, but he's going to try to save it. And I want to see what happens in the other battles as well. We're having more forces getting dropped in. This base is still mining fine, so Stork has a lot of forces going to try to hold here. No more turrets at the expansion. He's going to try to go towards his, the main as well. He's got so many Zealot and Dragoon, but he's not using them. If he makes a little bit more Shadows, he's going to be fine, I think, to break out here. But for the time being, he's going to try to attack these tanks from left and right, and just making sure the tanks are not able to cover the SCV lines, and once again getting SCV run back left and forth a lot of times here. Looks like Stork is going to try to break out at some point. He's got some Zealot. I'm not so sure if Zealot's leg is even researched. He's going to land some Zealot here just to buy some time. Unsieging by Rush just at the right moment. What amazing reflexes by his hands, by his fingers. And now he's going to re-siege. Looks like Stork has still got a hold on this area, but he's got only a single Reaver that left. I don't think it's going to be enough here. Okay, Stork makes a Dark Templar. That's nice. He's going to try to go for the counter-attack. Of course, there are only 2 scanners, but I think Rush has not been using a lot of scanners lately. Anyways, this base is going to get... I didn't know that you can actually snipe the base from the low ground. So I guess that works. This other base is not going to get sniped. Looks like Stork is waiting with one of his Shadows to go somewhere else. And so is Rush. Rush doesn't want to, go too far here. The tank's going to go back. Yeah, and I think mission accomplished for Rush. Dark Templar, everything's Dark Templar. What the heck is this kind of build? Looks like Stork is gonna try to expand to this other side. Of course, yeah, this is a sneaky expansion, and looks like Stork is gonna go for the counter attack here with Troop for Shadow, but he's gonna be losing the other base on the map. A lot of troops are going up here, and we're gonna be having Zealot bombing from the sky, and Dragoon start to break out. Zealot with their complete just at the right moment here, so it looks like Stork's gonna break out and destroy everything. This base is gonna get destroyed, but I don't think if Stork would mind that. He's ahead by about 35 supply, and we want to take a look at the drop now. Looks like Stork is flying around with some units getting to it, ready to drop, and now, yeah, I think Stork is gonna try to break out here, but the base at the 6 o'clock position is gonna get wiped out here. What is gonna be Stork's reaction? He's slowly moving up inside the forces. I want to take a look at this harassment opportunities here. Very few SCVs in this area. Zealot bombing to clear out some of the mines. Gonna land a Dark Templar here. Very, very nice. Gonna pick up one of the Dark Templar. He's gonna pick up and do a nice mine drag. One more tank getting destroyed here. He's gonna land once again a Dark Templar. Of course, that Dark Templar It's gonna survive for some time here. We're gonna be having some nice reverse shot as well, getting a lot of SCVs destroyed. And the turret's gonna die. The shuttle is gonna come right back and do one more shot. No, he's gonna just pick it up and be safe. He's gonna land the reaver here and does one good shot against the tank. The tank is not yet dead. The tank is safe and completely unsieged and re-siege at the last minute. So that's gonna be nice here. Stork's gonna come out with some Dark Templar, but he's gonna be walking against a minefield. He's gonna try to do some mine drag against the tank, and he loses all of the 3 Dark Templars. That's very unfortunate. Has Stork re-expanded? Yeah, it looks like he's expanded towards the 530. We're going to be having Zelle attacking against the tank here. And Dragoon supporting from the back. Very, very nice. The tanks are unsieging, and that's going to be a siege, and that's going to be terrible. All of these tanks are going to get toasted. Dragoons need to kind of pull back and make sure vultures cannot do any kind of run by here. Stork is only ahead by about 3-4 supply. But yeah, we're going to be having a lot of vultures attacking, and Stork is making a lot of Dark Templar. I don't know if that's going to be a good idea or not. Looks like Zelle start to move across. What does his shadow have? I'm not so sure. Zelle's walking right across to everything. He's got even a reaver in the back, but not being used. The Dragoons are going to get melted by the siege fire, but tanks are going to get melted by the Zelle. We have a reaver landing in the middle. He's going to land a Dark Templar. It's going to be careful because we have a turret in the back here. Anyways, at the last minute, these tanks, do they get saved? Looks like 3 tanks remaining. Supply-wise, Stork has fallen down to 68, and Rush is 79. Rush has not yet expanded to the third base. We're going to be having a nice reaver height, Legion height, and oh my god, vultures get on the high ground, and that base is going to get massacred. What is Stork going to try to do here? He's got a single Dragoon only going on the high ground. The High Templar doesn't actually have any energy just yet. The Shadow picks up more forces. He's going to try to land more High Templar, maybe Dark Templar, Zealot on those tank lines. Yeah, he's going to try to hide the High Templar on this high ground because he knows for sure you need to save them. Okay, the Nexus gets sniped. That is really unfortunate for Stork. So I think Stork is going to be on the losing side now, unless he can actually pull out something that's going to do a Reaver and a Dragoon shot here. Takes out the tank. Both tanks die. The Reaver's going to land here once again. High Templar on the high ground, but he's not going to cast any storm just yet. And look at how few SCVs Rush has got. I don't know what happened precisely. Maybe he just forgot to make more SCVs or something like that, but he's got very few SCVs. It looks like Stork's going to be losing more probes at his second base. What is this Shadow gonna plan to do? He's gonna maybe land a Zealot. He's gonna land a Reaver right between the 2 tanks, and he's gonna storm something. He's gonna storm his own Reaver, and that's really unfortunate, but he's gonna be able to storm maybe one more time. He wishes he's gonna storm the Vultures though. That's gonna be nice. The Shadow gets sniped though. That's really unfortunate. Stork is losing a lot of stuff, and reinforcement from the back by Rush is coming by the thousands here. Just a lot of tanks and Vultures. What kind of upgrades do we have? Look at this man. Very few SCVs from Russia. I don't know what the heck is happening with this game. Why do they have just very few economy? But anyways, this watch is going to press forward. A lot of time. Once again, the High Templar does have energy. Doesn't have enough energy. The Zealot need to pull back before it's going to get mind dragged. That is a nice mind drag attacking against the tank. Looks like Vulture's going to try to snipe the Dragoons maybe. 1 Dragoon down, but they're going to be having a lot of reinforcement from the back. That's going to be very nice. Looks like Rush is wasting a lot of forces, but Stork doesn't have a lot of minerals mining himself. So that's going to be a problem for both the players. We're going to be having a mind drag against the High Templar. He does a good mind drag against the tank. 5 Dragoons remaining. He's going to have to be very careful because we're going to be having a tank on the other side. But it looks like at the last minute, everything gets cleared out as Stork regains the opening out of his base. And once again, what the heck is happening with that? Those 2 bases, very few minerals remaining. Those 2 Vultures going to be on high ground, and Stork can actually send some things. He's going to send a single Reaver on the high ground here. He's going to be very careful. Vulture's going to come down south, and he's got... Where are the probes? Well, okay, we have very few probes remaining, which is gonna go and hide somewhere else. There, this is where the bulk of the probes are. So that's what we're gonna be having. Is Rush with 64 supply, Stork with 66, and both the players have, you know, easily just 20 or 30 probes, not more. I think Stork's got a lot more probes, but still, he doesn't have that many because one of his bases is completely mined out. He's gonna go for distance mining. Or maybe re-expand it. I don't know. He's got to be careful because there are some mines at his survey. Something got destroyed there. But anyways, Rush is going to try to move forward. He is still trying to continue with the siege. We're going to be having Dragoon and Reaver landing. The Reaver is going to take a good shot, and he picks up the Reaver. Is going to re-land the Reaver, but both Reavers and Shadow dies. So that's going to be unfortunate. And Stork is pushed back, and he's going to make some Archon now. The cheapest thing to make right now is Archon. He used a lot of gas for that, which is going to be nice. We have distance mining for both the places. What the heck, man? I think Stork... I mean, it's really amazing how much star senses these guys have. You know, he's not, you know, a new players like me, which is completely go for the base with the 400 minerals. But Stork knows that he's in a very dire situation. He knows also that Rush doesn't have that many SCVs, so he doesn't want to push it by going for another expansion. We gotta try to slowly... Okay, what happened here? Some SCVs are not being used at all. Looks like Rush has forgotten about those SCVs or something. Anyways, beautiful storm attacking. And we're gonna be having Zelle coming from the back. As well, Hadron is gonna cast more storm. Maybe looks like only 3 Dragoons remaining. He does some good storms and morphing into Archon. The Archon is gonna fall back. One Archon is getting out, but we still have one more Archon in the back. The Dragoon's gonna destroy some of the tanks. He's gonna clear out so many forces. Stork is ahead by about 10 supply now. He clears out the last of the tank. He's gonna be careful. There's gonna be another mine truck from the Vulture, but at the last minute, everything gets cleared out. And Rush's gonna try to hold this area with, I guess, one more tank from the back here. These Archons gonna fall back and just let the shield kind of recharge. Look at it. One of the Archons got 9 shield and 8 health only. That means, you know, one more shot from the tank and that Archon's gonna die. He's gonna move forward once again. If Stork makes another shadow and lands both of those Archons in the shadow, it's gonna be very devastating. Anyways, those Archons are super upgraded. I guess not really upgraded in the upgrade sense, but they're just really, really beefy. And Stork pulls back. He's still once again ahead by about 10 supply. Looks like Rush is distance mining. And Stork has been distance mining for something really very nice. Stork actually mined the minerals at his front door. I mean, you can actually mine those minerals as well. Yeah, looks like Rush doesn't have money to go for an expansion. Okay, he's got a command center. He lifted his command center and he's going to be mining fresh minerals here, whereas Stork cannot lift his nexus. So that's going to be a problem here. We are still at the 20-minute and 30th second of the game. The game is still very close to go, but I'm going to give the advantage to Rush because look at this. He's got a fresh new base, and let's Stork can do something about it. He's going to try to move over with a shadow. The shadow's got maybe an Archon and a Reaver. Looks like a lot of mines getting placed here, but the Stork's going to land something. He's going to land, what is going to land? An Archon. Archon doesn't trigger the mine. Beautiful choice here by Stork. He's going to try to pick up because Vultures wrecked the heck out of the Archon. Archon once again is going to go for beautiful storm drop against the SCV, and he's going to does one more storm. So many SCV were massacred in that battle, and after the battle is over, Rush has got 34 supply. Stork's got 51. Remember that Rush is not mining out of one of his bases. I mean, the base at the 1230 is completely mined out. Of course, the main is mined out as well. So this is the only base. And why is Rush not building turrets? I don't know. Maybe just he's so cheap. He cannot afford money to make turrets, and so does Stork. Neither does Stork. He actually doesn't have money to make Nexus. Although Stork is gonna go up to 400 minerals. He's looking around with one of his observers. He's gonna try to expand here. That's gonna be something interesting here. At the 6 o'clock session, he's gonna try to maybe wall it out. Anyways, so maybe some Zelle getting dropped. He's gonna drop a Zelle, a Dark Templar. Scan taken right away, and look at this, guys. He picks up the Dark Templar at the last minute here. Yeah, Rush just what is he doing? He's running around with his SCVs. He's fearing a storm drop, but there's not gonna be no storm drop. There's gonna be another nice drop here, and he's destroying some of the mines just to make sure. Okay, very good and timely pick up the Dark Templar. Looks like Stork is gonna just bite you. Sometimes gonna be careful because there's a turret on the low ground. The shadow has been damaged, but not yet completely destroyed with the shield. Only some of the shield was taken out, but not all of the shield. Anyways, he's gonna expand towards the 6 o'clock position. He's gonna be having more attack, and why doesn't Rush make a turret is beyond me. He's got only 2 scanners remaining. Distance mining from Stork. He's gonna drop a Dark Templar just to buy time here. We're going to be having Dragoons coming from all sides. A mine explosion was not meant to be. Anyways, 3 tanks on the high ground, and Stork is buying so much time. Of course, Rush knows about the danger of the incoming Protoss army as well. We have a nice Archon shot. He's going to pick up the Archon. The last beautiful storm against all of their SCVs, and everything's going to die here. Stork's ahead by about 10 supply. He's going to move forward with his Dragoons. These tanks are going to decide to go out or what, because they cannot just sit here. Looks like Stork's going to transfer all of the probes towards the 6 o'clock base now. Yeah, I think the mineral patches and the expansions are very few. I have not counted the mineral patches, but I think they're very few. They're not like the traditional bases. They have very few mineral patches. Enemies going to be having the Terran forces start to move out, and this might be a final battle. We have a single Dark Templar just hanging out here and kissing goodbye to all of these SCVs. We have just about maybe 4 SCVs remaining. Looks like Rush is no longer mining from this base. He's forced to evacuate. He's going to destroy the scanner Stork. There's going to be amazing attack. Let's take a look at the probe line. The Stork need to actually stop moving his probes and, you know, place them in the right place. Looks like one of the scanners is going to get destroyed. Looks like Vulture's going to get on high ground to actually snipe the Dark Templar. Is going to go and hide in the back, and Dark Templar gets wiped out. A lot of tanks are going to start to move out now, but Stork's going to return with the rest of the shuttle. He's got something inside the shuttle, and these probes have been distance mining for something. You need to stop the distance mining. Beautiful storm, but only few SCVs remaining. Actually, doesn't matter. You need to actually save the High Templar for the major attack. He's got only 5 Dragoons. He's got an observer. He's got a storm drop against a tank. That's going to be beautiful. 1-2 tanks got hit here. Probes need to run away and get out of this, you know, this line of fire. He's going to make more Dark Templar in the back. Stork's got, 30 minerals, and Rush got 6. Rush is not mining minerals from anywhere. His mineral count is only going to go up. Stark's going to try to take another beautiful storm from the bottom side here. 2 good storms going to pick up both the High Templars. Going to go out and go back and hide here. Once again, Stork is down to just 3 bases. Excuse me. 3 Dragoons, not 3 bases. But the tanks are going to be attacking nicely. The Dragoons are very much damaged. He's going to pull back. He's going to try to do one more storm maybe. Every single storm count. Every single unit. Every single mine counts. Some probes getting sniped. and these minerals actually being mined effectively from Stork. Stork's got money coming up. He's gonna save up his Dark Templar. He's gonna try to do something here. Would it be worthwhile for Rush to actually make a Goliath? I guess not, because he doesn't have SCVs. He's forced to pull out some of the SCVs, actually mining gas in the expansion to go for more stuff at these other bases. The tank is gonna be able to siege against the Nexus here, and this is gonna be the last place that Stork is mining. He's gonna try to wait for the shot hit. The Dark Templar is gonna pick itself up. All of the Dragoons get destroyed, and Stork is gonna be no more mining from this base, but the game is not yet over, because look at the expansion at Rush. Some yellow dot is here. I'm not so sure exactly what that is. Is that just an observer or something else? It looks like Rush is slowly get some minerals. 54 minerals for Rush, and Stork's got 121. Another Dark Templar walks in. He got to try to snipe the tank that is damaged. He loses the Dark Templar though. For the 4 tanks are still alive, of course. Rush cannot even spare a single SC to go and repair his tank, so that's gonna be his problem there. This base is gonna still be mining. Can Stork, looks like Stork is gonna come out with something to attack it. These three Dark Templars is gonna try to go and hang out here. It looks like this scanner is gonna get destroyed. If Stork can snipe the other scanner as well, Rush will actually need to make, he needs to actually use money to actually make scanners. He's got only 1 scanner remaining. A single Dark Templar to move forward. He's gonna try to snipe vultures maybe. He makes himself spotted with that vulture attack, so that's gonna be slightly unfortunate. He's gonna pick up the Dark Templar once again. He's gonna try to go towards the expansion. Looks like Rush got nowhere to go, no place to hide, and neither does Stork. Stork's got no more mining. He's gonna land here, destroy one of the turrets, which has been very damaged. If you can actually take out the one of the turrets, and the other turret's gonna be piece of cake. He can he can mine those opening mineral patches if he wishes to, but he's not gonna do that. Yeah, these probes are starting to go for the attack. Maybe, so you know what, he's gonna try to say, you know what, I need every single unit that I have. We're gonna be having another command center landing. He needs every single scanner he can actually use it. Where's Stork going? I don't know. He's gonna try to hunt for the weak tank here with one of the Dark Templar, but that Templar is gonna get destroyed, but at the cost of 1 tank here. That's gonna be nice here, and Stork's gonna distance mine at another base. He need to land, what will he be having? Probes gonna destroy. Another Dark Templar is gonna try to attack the tank. Looks like no more scanning, and 1 more tank gets wiped out. The Dark Templar is gonna fall back. He's gonna be able to survive another thing. Vulture's gonna try to chase it around, and lastly, it looks like Stork has lost yet another Dark Templar. He's got another Shadow in the back though. The Shadow, I don't know what kind of units do we have inside. Yeah, he's gonna pick up another Dark Templar that is gonna be hanging out at the expansion for Russian. Crazy battles between these 2 players. No one is gonna be, a clear victor to win with. I'm gonna say that Stork is gonna have the advantage, not just because he's got so many Dark Templar and he's got a Shadow, and his enemy doesn't have armory. I don't think he even made armory. He doesn't have armory, which means he cannot actually make Goliath. And beautiful storm here, but it looks like we're gonna be having vultures attacking. Of course, these 1 tank and 1 vulture is gonna be impossible for him to actually. Oh my god, the last tank of the game died. Only 3 vultures remaining. And what can Rush do? He cannot distance mine. He cannot distance mine because that base at the 1230, that 230, the base at the 230 is got wall up with a Dark Templar. We're gonna have a Dark Templar doing a mine train. It's gonna be destroying every single mine remaining. It's gonna be the last of the mines. The vulture is gonna try to destroy some of the probes here. That's fine. Does Stork have enough money to actually make an expansion? I don't know. Excuse me, make more probes. He can make a single probe and the game can actually be decided. But it looks like we're going to be having a Dragoons attacking now, and the Dark Templar is going to be hanging out. Yeah, there's no way for these vultures to leave. They're going to get stuck here, and Rush doesn't have any more forces. He got 7 supply, 4 of which are SCVs. SCVs is going to return to mine, and Dark Templar is going to try to attack once again. The game is freaking goddamn crazy. 27 and 52 seconds of the game. If you like this kind of game, excuse me, please try to buy me a coffee, because I actually need to buy some, drink some coffee here because my throat is burning like hell. The last of the vultures has died here. Looks like Stork's gonna land on this thing with 1 more unit. He's gonna try to go on the southern, go on the northern side and destroy a turret maybe. We have a factory that's floating. I'm not so sure exactly for what purposes. We have 1 more, we have 1 unit from Rush. Rush got 1 supply. And his supply, I think, is just an SCV. Excuse me, and what does Stork have? Stork has got 18 supply, I think 4 or 5 probes, 1 Dragoon, and possibly 1 Dark Templar. Is gonna try to attack with a single Dragoon. He's gonna try to find someone there. Look at Rush's expression. He knows he's lost. I mean, he's just playing for time now. Okay, a single SCV. This is gonna be the last unit of the game, and Rush is gonna GG the moment this SCV get destroyed. I think he's looking for some openings, but there are no opening. And look at the freaking top right of the screen. Rush with got 0 supply, and Stork has got 18. Stork has got an observer. He's got an observer, so that means the Dragoons can actually destroy every single unit. And Rush, can he make something? He's got 43 minerals. Cannot make anything with 43 minerals. He's contemplating. His CPU is actually working hard. He says, you know what? Is there a chance for me to win this game? No, there is no. Somebody says something there, and GG from Rush. What a crazy game. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.